focus on my brake lights.
Ain't turning back. Now that I'm back on track, yeah. Take my word for it. Put a couple bands on it. And I don't plan on letting people turn me. No. You can say what you want. I'ma keep pressing on. I can't go pop that thing like I'm feeling green. Right? Talking to my past like focus on my brake lights. Cruising to my future now.
Hello, and welcome to Breaking the Silence. My name is Francisca. This is Angeli.
Hi.
And ShyTia, and we are here for the next hour. Today's show is going to be a little different. I know when you tune in to Breaking the Silence, you're like, oh, it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. There's going to be shenanigans. There's going to be excitement. But today's show is going to be a little boring.
Oh.
It's going to be boring. It's going to be dry. It's not going to be fun because we need boredom, right?
Yes.
When was the last time we were actually bored? Well, you're not going to be bored here on Breaking the Silence, all right?
They're probably
so sorry.
this is not the BTS that I know. You gotta be
This
kidding
is
me.
not what I tune in for.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Is it opposite day?
Yeah.
Are they feeling okay? Because there's something going on with my girls. But we are going to be talking about boredom in one of our topics. So whatever happened to boredom? That's going to be one topic that we're going to be discussing. And it's very interesting because when we think about being bored, at least for myself, I think about child.
Yeah.
But rarely do you ever stop and think about adults being bored and why we should be bored sometimes. And then we're going to be talking about why every little decision is so hard.
Ooh.
Right.
Why is it so hard?
Why
It hurts
is
a
so
lot.
hard?
It hurts a lot. Sometimes it's just like, can you just figure it out for me?
Yeah.
And then they figure it out and be like, but that's not
No, but I
really what I want.
So what do you want?
I don't know. Just figure it out for me
We
and
don't
let
know.
me know.
Just give me a lot of options and I'll say no until I say yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. But then, right after we talk about decision fatigue, we're going to have to be making some decisions.
Oh my goodness.
I know. They're setting us up here with BTS Trivia.
Today's show
because
is just going
We're going to talk
be
about how
fun.
decisions are just draining us. And then we
Now
have
we
to
gotta
turn on
decide.
our thinking caps and then decide with BTS Trivia.
Yes.
So
Well,
that's going to be interesting.
I guess that's going to prepare us for the game. To kind
Maybe,
of like motivate
maybe.
us a little bit. A little bit.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We're going to see who walks away with the crown.
Yeah.
All right. And then we're going to be doing what I needed to hear when.
More deciding.
Yes. More thinking.
Oh,
More thinking. But this is for the entertainment of our viewers, right? Because it is definitely not for our brains at all. To be bored, to be relaxed, but to
be
make
thinking.
decisions for the next
Yes.
hour. And to talk about decisions. Do y'all ever set a goal for yourself in the summertime that you say you're gonna hit and then you never finish it, complete it, or hit the mark?
Yes.
Oh, with that side, what is it?
Another thinking.
So many things I say I'm gonna do in the summer that I don't do. Because I just feel like the summertime is like a little more relaxed and you're just like, okay, it's summer, the second half of the year, everything that I didn't do the first half, I'm gonna try to do the second half. And then I don't.
It's just this revolving
It's
door.
I know.
It just
It's
every 6
just-
months it's the same story.
Every season comes and then you're like, okay, let's start fresh.
This is it.
And then
Yeah.
it goes.
Yes.
There's a
Same
lot
for
of the
you?
list. Yeah. There's a lot on the
I
list.
mean,
There's
for
too
me,
many to
it's
mention.
like when you become an adult, do you even really get summer? Like, I mean, back in the day, like summer was something to
Yeah.
celebrate because you were like off school, you didn't have to do
Yes.
anything for 3 months. But when you become an adult, it's just like,
Can you be off work?
Might get to go to the beach
Hey,
for
can
a
you be
weekend.
off work for December?
But you know,
You're right. We need to put a petition
Since
in.
the kids are home, you kind of do more. Like
That's
you try to do
true.
But what if
more
you don't
with
have
the kids.
kids? What if you're a single adult?
It seems
And
like
you go
summer
work,
does not exist.
All right, but we are going to go somewhere, right? We're
Yeah.
going to go on a commercial break and we'll be right back.
Hear from strong women who are crushing their goals, overcoming challenges, and living their best lives. You won't want to miss a single empowering minute. around and join the movement.
When I arrived in the U.S. at 19, I struggled to find job opportunities without a high school diploma. My name is Ariel, and my entire life changed when I took a chance and I got my high school diploma at age 22. Everything I have, my education, my career, my marriage, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and my teachers. They were with me every step of the way, helping with my English and math, making sure I pushed through all the challenges. Oh my goodness.
So Ariel, we made this yearbook for you. It has notes from all the people that are here.
Apoyo y orientación que me
Your achievement has set an example for so many students. Most importantly, your daughter.
Education was the key that unlocked all my opportunities.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
You can find Universal Church on the air 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on Universal Online Radio, the app that revives your spirit, strengthens your faith, and inspires you every hour of the day. Enjoy uplifting songs and music that motivate you to be an overcomer right now.
Talking to the Lord, I don't think that I can face it. Never.
Get inspired by real stories of faith.
I put God first because I know if I'm with Him, then He's always going to be with me no matter what.
Receive messages of faith, peace, and spiritual encouragement whenever you need it.
Let the way you treat others be your legacy.
Keep up with exclusive updates and news. Enjoy the deep conversations on Bishop Bara Joshua's Soul Food Podcast to nourish your soul.
Because no one is broken beyond repair. Before the Lord.
Discover insightful lessons to make the right decisions to improve your life. Download Universal Online Radio today and stay connected to the Word of God anytime, anywhere. Find the app on the Google Play and Apple App Store.
On Breaking the Silence, we aim to broaden your horizons on a variety of topics.
Grudges can lead to unforgiveness, and that has like a bigger problem at the end of it.
Beneficial advice you can use in your daily life.
Whether it's a good habit or a bad habit, the brain does not recognize if it's good or bad.
Let's explore today's topic together on Breaking the Silence.
Hey, what do you want to eat tonight?
I don't know. You pick.
Burgers? Sushi?
No.
Chicken?
Had it for lunch.
Salad?
Also had it for lunch.
Fish?
Nah.
Tacos?
No.
Well, you told me to pick.
You just haven't picked the right one yet.
Oh, we have all been there. And actually, if you were joining us here in the studio, you would have heard me and ShyTia, we were talking about that. Like, please, somebody just figure out what we want. But then we get 1,000 options and we're like, but I don't want that.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm looking for. What are you looking for? I don't know what I'm looking for. I just need you to tell me what I'm looking for, right?
And then you finally decide on something. You eat it or you go there and you're just like, this wasn't it.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the drawing board. I need something else. I'm not satisfied with that.
Exactly.
So let me ask you, ladies, when was the last time you spent way too much time making a decision that really wasn't that serious?
This morning.
This morning. That's so true. This morning. What to wear.
Yes, that's right.
Every single morning.
This morning, or even like when you're cleaning, like let's say you go to clean your house or something, and you're like, okay, so where should I start? And then you're just looking around like, do I want to do the bathroom? Do I want to do the room? Do I want to do the living room? Do I want to start with the fridge? And you're just trying to pick which one. Sometimes you just want to pick something out the bowl and just be like, okay, whatever I pick is what I'm going to do.
And the next thing you know, you spend half an hour already just deciding which one. And you could have like just went ahead.
Started, yeah.
It's crazy.
Sometimes I'll do that and then like I won't even get started because I'm just so exhausted with trying to figure out what I'm going to do that then I'm just like, you know what, forget it. I'm just not going to do anything. And for me, the hardest part is like meal prepping, figuring out like what I want to eat. Because nowadays we have way too many decisions that we have to make. We have to make so many choices, so many decisions. And so like, I'll be like, okay, I know that I want chicken. I'm going to make chicken. But But then I go on the internet and I start searching for chicken recipes, and then I go down this rabbit hole of chicken recipes, and then I can't even decide what it is that I want to make in the first place.
Yeah, and then you have different flavors, right? So let's say you just want like cereal. So then you go to the store, then they have Cocoa Petals, Fruity Petal, this one with marshmallows, one without marshmallows, one like this, one more healthy, one more not like super healthy, some like this, some like that. And you're just like, okay. And then like even here, I remember watching some of the videos of people going to Walmart from the other country for the first time. And they're like, why do you have so many sodas? Why do you have an aisle and a half full of different types of cereal when in like their country, they probably have like 10. So then it's like, it makes it worse because you have all of these things and you're just like, oh, but this one is new. Let me try it. Let me do this. And I think we get that like, oh, let me try this new one. Or it's the same thing, but in a different package. So it must taste different, even though it doesn't.
Yeah, like I'm a big shopper at H-E-B. Like I love H-E-B. And if you don't know about H-E-B, you're
missing out.
H-E-B is where it's at.
Yeah.
But H-E-B has so many choices. And so it's nice, like go down the aisle and you can kind of pick and choose. But then I started going to Aldi's, and I was always against Aldi's because I was like, they don't have a good variety of stuff. But now I go in there and it helps with that decision fatigue because now I don't even have to worry about anything because they only have one product per thing you need. So if you need barbecue sauce, there's only going to be one barbecue sauce there, and that is the only one you're going to get, or you're not going to get any at all.
Yeah, and another thing that irritates us as well, or even like makes us have this decision fatigue, is when we try to make plans with our friends or with our spouse, and then you're like, okay, where are we going to eat? All right, what are we going to do? We all have our day off. Okay, let's do all. What are we going to do? Okay, no, she doesn't like this. Oh, let's go bowling. Oh no, let's go to the movies. Oh no, we already went to the movies. Let's go to this place. No, we already went there. Oh, she doesn't like tacos. She doesn't like this. Okay, so no more. We are not going anymore. Okay, let's stay home and let's just Netflix and chill. That's what we're gonna do because we're not.
Have you ever like decided to like go to a place or like a movie or something, and then you're like, okay, before I go, let me look at the reviews, and then it's like you're like, okay, I'm gonna be quick just to check it, and then you spend like an hour just scrolling through the reviews. Okay, but this one had a good time, but that one said the service is bad, and then you're like going back and forth just because of the reviews. It's like you're like, what do I do now? Like I don't know if I should go or not.
Yeah, I had that problem recently. I was going to make a big purchase. And so I was doing a lot of research, and I was like, let me see which one I'm going to get so I can get the best deal. I have been researching. And the crazy part is I had already made up in my mind what I was going to do and what I was going to purchase. But I couldn't just like, pull the trigger. I had to like continue to do the research just in case. And it was so frustrating. I was getting exhausted. I was like, girl, you already know what you want. Will you just purchase it? But it's just like,
that tug of war within yourself.
You get into your head and it's just a whole battle.
So it's so like exhausting.
It is.
Just think. And if you think about it, it's so small. It's something so small that you could just take 5 minutes of your day, but you take like half an hour, 1 hour just for that.
Because you have no brain capacity to make a decision. You know you need to make the decision, but you have no brain capacity to actually make that decision or know what you want. So we got to set things in place, make systems in our lives to make things easier so that we are not so exhausted from making decisions every single day. All right, but we're going to make one more decision. We're going to go on a commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Got a dream on the back burner? It's time to ignite that fire. Breaking the silence brings you the tools and motivation you need to unleash your potential. Don't change that channel.
Having low income can mean making tough choices. Choosing between paying for food or medication or a place to live is a reality for many people. Do you know someone who could use some extra help? Find out about the Supplemental Security Income Program, SSI. You could receive monthly SSI payments if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. SSI is money you can use to help pay for basic needs, like putting food on the table, keeping the lights on, paying the rent. It can mean new shoes for growing feet or help with medical needs. call 1-800-772-1213 or visit ssa.gov/SSI to schedule an appointment or start to apply today. That's ssa.gov/SSI. Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Is that inner voice a little too harsh? Breaking the Silence offers guidance on cultivating self-compassion.
I'm not going to put myself down. I'm not going to say these negative things or think that I'm the worst person in the world. No, because as long as you're recognizing it, then that's already a first step.
Step 1. Notice the negative talk. Become aware of when your inner critic is loudest. Step 2. Challenge the thoughts. Ask yourself, is this truly accurate? Would I say this to a friend? Step 3. Replace with kindness. Speak to yourself with the same understanding and empathy you offer others. You deserve your own compassion. Don't let self-doubt silence your potential. Find your strength. Break the silence and join the conversation. Tune in to Breaking the Silence weekdays on ULFN. Visit watchulfn.org to connect with the BTS community and discover resources to empower your journey.
All right, put your thinking caps on.
Okay.
Are they on?
Yes.
Are they turned on?
Yes.
Are they charged?
Let me put the switch
They
on.
ready?
Yes.
Turn into the switch.
All right, so it's time for us to make some decisions in BTS Trivia. So luckily, we're going to have multiple choice, so it won't be
thank you.
so
Yeah.
difficult for us. But let us see how well we know these random questions.
Okay.
All right?
I hope that
What?
they're not that random.
I mean, we're going to find out.
Okay.
All right, let's see our first one. Which animal has fingerprints almost identical to humans? A, koala, B, panda with tiny gloves, C, chimpanzee, D, penguin.
Ooh, okay.
So I have my answer
I
ready.
think I know, but I'm not gonna be
Ready?
Okay.
Okay.
3,
Yes.
2.
C.
Yeah, C.
What? Is it koala?
Is it panda?
No.
Oh, and I thought it was koala, and I did not put it.
I'm shocked.
I thought it was koala.
I was so
I did not think koala at all.
Wow.
Because you always hear like chimpanzees
Yes,
are
like
closest to
apes,
humans.
That's
exactly.
why I put it, but in my mind it was like koala, and I'm like, no, it can't be.
Whoa.
Always go with your gut, people. Go with your gut.
Until your gut
Alright.
is wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Till it's wrong.
All right.
And BTS Trivia, go with your gut.
Yes. All right, next one.
All right. Which food has been found inside ancient Egyptian tombs and is still safe to eat today? A, crackers. B, honey. C, cheese. D, peanut butter. Oh, I know this just because
that's
we
because
got
of BTS.
Yeah, because of BTS, we
Yes.
got this
I
information.
don't know it because of BTS.
But yeah, we
I
had
know.
this get to know facts or
Yeah,
something like that. Three things
Ready?
you need to know.
3,
Yeah.
2.
1.
B, honey, because it doesn't expire.
Yeah, I knew
Right.
it had no shelf life, and
Yeah.
some of the other, like cheese is not.
Oh,
no,
definitely
not.
not.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
well, there might be some on the shelf. I mean, no question. But not back then. All right. Well, let's see
right.
our next one.
okay, which country has more sheep than people? A, Australia. B, Iceland. C, New Zealand. D, Scotland. Oh, that's hard.
I'm thinking one or the other. Wait.
Okay.
Is that one? Okay, I'll say this.
I'll say
just
this
because.
I'm going to say this because I don't think the other ones.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
3, 2, C.
C.
Yeah.
Ooh, yay.
New Zealand.
It's funny how we're all on the same brain wave right now.
We're like, we don't want to think, so we just whatever one comes up, then that's what we're gonna put. We are not gonna have decision fatigue, okay? All right.
Just going with the first one that pops into our mind.
Whatever it is,
seems
I'm not
right.
gonna try to fight my brain. Okay.
All right. Which animal cannot jump? A, elephant. B, Moose, C, duck, D, dolphin.
Did you mean mouse?
What did I say? What did I say?
You said moose.
Oh, moose. Oh. Okay, mouse. Thank you. Okay.
We just
But I said it with confidence. It could have just passed right through.
Okay. All right.
I have no idea,
Wait,
people.
which cannot jump? Okay.
Well, I don't think this can jump. And if it can, I'm going to be very shocked.
Okay.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
A.
C.
C.
A.
A duck.
You're like, I don't want to think.
Have you been to a park with a duck? They
No, I definitely don't.
Ducks
They
are
definitely can jump.
I do not know.
They grew in my
I was
farm.
like, maybe an elephant can jump and just... it's
Or
so
a moose. Maybe a moose
Or
can
maybe
jump.
a moose can jump.
A moose
Yeah.
can probably jump
Can
right over
probably
the
jump.
mouse. All right, let's see the next one.
All right. Which fruit is technically considered a berry? A, melon, B, avocado, C, banana, D, cherry. Okay.
I mean,
this is the closest one I'm not thinking. I don't want to think.
Okay.
I mean, I think
Ready?
it's one, but I don't think
Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. C.
I put D.
so. Or A.
C.
Banana.
Hey, you love bananas.
Yeah, but I didn't know they were berries.
I think it's something about like where the seed is placed.
Oh.
Yeah, because
I
all the
just was
other
like,
ones have
it's cherry.
like the
It sounds
pit or the
like
seed
it.
inside.
All right.
Interesting. All right.
Which U.S. state is home to the world's busiest airport? A, Texas, B, Georgia, C, Florida, D, Illinois.
Oh.
Is home to the world's busiest. Whoa, world.
Well, say no more.
If you know about conspiracy theories, you should know about this airport.
3,
I don't
2,
know.
1. B.
I don't know. I just put A. Oh,
B,
Georgia.
yeah.
That Atlanta airport.
Well,
Well, I don't know the conspiracy about that, but I've kind of heard that the Atlanta airport was really busy.
okay.
Okay.
Okay, which fruit wears its seeds on the outside? A, kiwi, B, strawberry, C, raspberry, D, fig. Which seed wears it on the outside?
I don't know.
Look at
Is that a
Angeli's
seed?
face.
Okay, I made my decision. It's a B.
I got
Me
B.
too. I got B. Strawberry.
All right.
Yes.
Strawberries.
Like,
It's funny. She had the answer. She's just saying like, "Is that a seed?"
All right.
All right. Which bird can fly backward? A, hummingbird, B, blue jay, C, robin, D, cardinal. I don't know.
I was going to say the same thing you said. So let's make an
I have
educated
kids in my
guess.
Let me do
Backyard.
like a mini, miny, mo here.
Did you say mini, miny, mo?
Uh-huh.
Isn't it eeny, meeny, miny, mo?
In the
She's not
Philippines,
from
it's
here.
this is from the Philippines. I'm not from here.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay. A.
D.
A.
Maybe in the Philippines.
Maybe
I
the
didn't know
Philippines
that, but
have-
I made a good guess.
Maybe in the Philippines it's different.
Birds fly different there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's see the
Next
next
one.
one.
Oh, that's a long one. Okay. Which fast food chain introduced the drive-in to serve military members who weren't allowed to leave their car while in uniform? A, Chick-fil-A, B, Taco Bell, C, In-N-Out Burger, D, Dairy Queen.
Huh?
Okay.
Okay, I have an
Okay. I
Three?
have mine.
Yes.
Toe.
C. Yeah,
Okay,
I think we got this before also.
I did not have that
Right,
before.
In-N-Out was
but-
the one that
when we had
wasn't it?
like which one is the first drive-through, something like
Yeah. Well, I figured it wouldn't. I was thinking of which ones actually had like active car, like drive-throughs. And Chick-fil-A, I don't think was around that long to have been the first. So
All right, let's see the next one. Which famous landmark grows about 6 inches taller during the summer because the metal expands in the heat? A, Statue of Liberty, B, Eiffel Tower, C, Space Needle, D, Washington Monument. Oh, I know the answer.
I think I heard this before. I don't know if it's here or somewhere. But
okay.
3, 2, 1.
B. Yeah. It's B. I don't know if it's here or from somewhere, but they did mention
Maybe
that.
you know those things that you learn subconsciously and you don't remember learning it, but
it's just stored.
I feel like that's what it was right now.
All right.
All right, let's see the next one.
Okay, which body part never stops growing throughout your life? A, nose and ears, B, hands, C, feet, D, eyebrows. Okay, I know this one because we heard about this.
Don't laugh at me, y'all, because what I just put, I don't know, but I feel like
3, 2,
A.
D.
Oh, C.
It's A, yes. I remember we had this again from BTS. You see BTS? You know, I'm taking notes.
I was thinking about eyebrows because I'm always
here.
having to fix it.
I don't think they grow. It's just the hair that continues to grow back.
Listen, my ears has been this size since I was like 10 years old. So my ears are not growing. I have tiny
But there's
ears.
a fun fact to this. There's a fun fact to this. Angeli, go ahead and read the fun fact.
Okay, so common belief, though more accurate explanation, is that cartilage changes and gravity makes them appear larger. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So
thanks,
we
BTS.
have our last one. Which famous candy was originally marketed as a medicine? A, M&M, B, Pez, C, Hershey's Kisses, D, Skittles.
I have no idea, but I'm guessing
I
on this
think
one.
it's this because of the flavor.
Yeah, the flavor and the container. 3, 2.
Pez, B.
Yeah.
Oh.
What did you put?
I don't even know what Pez is, so I was like,
Skittles.
no, that's why I was like,
when you said the flavor, the Skittles are full of sugar.
but some Skittles sometimes they're not.
What Skittles
In
you
what
eat?
world?
The sour ones.
Well, because they're sour, so they're supposed
Yeah, so that's why I thought they're medicine, you know? They could be medicine. You never know.
Sour Skittles came out after regular Skittles, right?
And I'm sure a lot of medicine was already developed by the time they came out.
I don't know. Well, America, you do you, but, you know.
Philippines do something different.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, the sour ones are my favfavorites.
All right.
You get a little kick.
Y'all making me hungry. Let's see who the winner is. Don't get sour Skittles.
Don't get ting ting.
You gotta do the wave. Do it. Yes.
All right.
There it goes.
There you go.
The queen wave.
Yes. You got the thinking cap on for sure.
I did.
Ours probably we need to charge it.
Yeah, we need to just tune it a little tighter.
Yes. It wasn't working that much today.
Oh my! It's the decision fatigue. It's that topic that got
so
to
much
us.
decisions. Exactly.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Breaking the silence. Laughs. Fun. Real women, real talk. Stay tuned.
Your story matters. Your voice matters. This is Breaking the Silence.
The wait is over. Don't miss Jesus series, weekdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Time and 4 p.m. Central Time. For weekly recaps, tune in Saturdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Time and 5 p.m. Central Time. Also Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and 6 p.m. Central Time. Walk in the footsteps of Jesus. Right here on LFN.
You are watching LFN.
Have you ever helped a fellow veteran?
Of course.
Yes. Have you ever asked for help yourself?
It's always tough, right?
I always feel like I can solve my own problems, but eventually, you just can't deal with it on your own.
And you start to question, maybe people would be better off without me. When you realize that you're not alone, once you take that first step, there's so much support.
On Breaking the Silence, we aim to broaden your horizons on a variety of topics.
You have to take time to exercise. You have to take time to invest in you.
Beneficial advice you can use in your daily life.
Think about other people and how our decisions are going to affect them.
Let's explore today's topic together on Breaking the Silence.
Everything's so boring. There's nothing to do. Oh my god, Tiffany! Check this out. Cocoa powder, milk. Now, poke it.
It's the simple things in life that used to really, really entertain us, and now we have the entertainment literally in our hands, and we're still bored.
Yes. Yeah.
So, ladies, when was the last time that y'all were truly, truly bored?
You know, that is such a hard question because it's like you really, well, at least for me, I really can't remember the last time I was bored because it's like with the technology, it's like you have everything at your fingertip. And I feel like it goes into what we were talking about earlier with like the decision fatigue. It's like you're bored because you have so much options and you don't know what you want to do. Like, I don't know if I want to watch a movie. I don't know if I want to read a book, if I want to listen to music. And then like back then, boredom was like, I literally have nothing to do. Let me play with some sticks outside. Let me get a pencil, a piece of paper and make up this random game, so that way I can fill time.
Yeah, I don't remember either. That's like, I was really, really bored. Because even things, you still have stuff to do. And sometimes you're just there, but you still have you're thinking about something. So there's no way that you could be really bored because even though, hey, I'm still stuck here, I may be here, just quiet or anything, but my mind is still constantly making decisions, right? Making us have that decision fatigue. But yeah, I don't remember having that, boredom, extreme boredom where I tell myself, I'm so bored.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day it was like you were in the car, you didn't have anything to watch, you didn't have anything to listen to, but your thoughts. And it's like you were able to process information so much faster and come up with solutions and think about great ideas and goals that you have because you have nothing else to do but sit in the car or waiting in line or waiting in a waiting room, waiting at a doctor's office. You're reading magazines or whatever the case is. But now it's like you got your phone in your hand and there's no time for you to be bored. I don't know about y'all, and don't judge me. Okay, I'm sure a lot of y'all do it too. But when you're in the car, sometimes you be on your phone and driving, or you be on your phone sitting. The second that you sit at the light and you're behind the car, you pull out your phone and start looking at your phone. You don't even give yourself like 5 seconds of just boredom without doing something on your phone. Do y'all experience the same thing?
Even it's like, because I keep my phone in the thing, but it's like before I pull off, like I have to like already have my playlist. I have to make sure what I want to listen to, whether it's a music, whether it's a book, whatever I'm listening to, it has to be already queued up. Before I even put in the address on the GPS, I'm already preparing myself to not be bored, to be entertained on the drive.
That's crazy.
And becomes like a habit, that it has to be, I have to have sound, or I have to have music music, even if you're like just at home doing your chores, something has to be running or something has to be like playing or a TV's on or like the music is on. I need to be like, entertained in a way while I'm doing my task. It kind of alleviates, that chore, that errand that you need to do. So we fill our days, we fill our minutes, our hours with all of this entertainment. So for us, it's like, okay, we can have at least like 5 seconds of just silence, which is something I think that we need to also teach ourselves now, especially with all of the entertainment, with all of the distractions, or with everything that's trying to fill up our day. We need to have like that, because imagine if, it's gone and what are we going to do? We stand in line, we wait in line at the doctor's office, and they say sometimes, okay, no phones, or sometimes in areas where you're not allowed to have any devices, so what are you going to do, right?
Yeah, and that reminds me of like when we were younger, it's like you had to play games, you had to do something, you had to go outside, but also it's like that's what made you get tired faster, right? Because you're running around, you're playing tag, you're doing all these things outside, you're burning off all of this energy. So by the time you get home, you just eat and then you go to sleep. But today is like, because you're not really burning off energy, it's like you tend to stay up later and you tend to doom scroll to like 3 o'clock in the morning because you have all of this pent up energy inside that you never released throughout the day.
Yeah, and we're constantly overloading our brain. I mean, we were talking about decision fatigue earlier. Well, then decision fatigue on top of constant noise in our brain, it's like our brain never has time to unwind and like figure out like what is important, what's not important, what do you want to do next week, like problem solving. That's what boredom gives us the opportunity to do, is to be able to see things clearly instead of having this constant noise in the background. And I don't even remember what I used to do before smartphones came out. Like, to imagine a world without having a phone or a device in my hand is crazy. Do y'all even remember what you used to do to entertain yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I would read. So
I would be outside, honestly. I would be outside with, with the community. Yeah. Because you don't have any device and you're just going to be, or with my cousins and playing, right? But other than that, you don't.
Yeah, you have that human connection, that human interaction. Because then it's like all the neighborhood kids are bored. So then it's like, and you find hidden talents or things that you may not have thought that you'd be good at because it's like you have nothing else to do. So it's like, let me try this, let me try that. But it's like now it's like, okay, well, I'm bored, let me watch this video. I'm bored, let me go here. Let me do this. Let me play the game. Let me do this. So it's like when you have so much to do, you don't really get to explore yourself and understand that sometimes rest or quiet is not a bad thing. That just to be quiet, just to sit there and be like, you know what? I'm not going to do nothing. It's like it gives your time, like you were talking about the mental overload earlier. It just gives your time to shut down, to be quiet. Like, we always turn off our phones. You turn off your computer, things like that. Sometimes you have to turn off your brain so that way it can reboot. it can jump
stuck on loading. Right. We got to reboot. No, it got to be.
And sometimes you have to turn it off so that way you can get that energy or that idea again.
Yeah, and that's a great point. Before we end the segment, it's just a really, really good point that you made, because when I used to be bored, we used to like make up plays or dances or, do any kind of just singing or acting. And so it's like, how many of us or how many famous people do we know today that were bored when they were children, but they developed their skill when they were little, and now we're being able to see their movies, we're being able to see their shows and things that they were able to create because they were bored. So take the time, even if it's just 15 minutes, to be bored, to just sit with yourself with no devices, with no noise, and just see like what is even going on in your brain. Check in with yourself for that 15 minutes and maybe discover something that you didn't know that you had inside of yourself. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Do you feel alone and overburdened and wish you could speak to someone right now about your problems? Do you feel like there's no one at home or among your friends you can really open up to without being judged? You don't have to endure this alone. There's a place where you can reach out to receive help and counsel. LFN offers a 24/7 text line so that no matter where you are at any time of the day, you can be heard and cared for. Experience the ease of quick and clear communication with someone who truly understands. Your well-being matters, and support is just a message away. Text us at 888-312-4141. We're available for you.
Hungry for something real? Not fast food. Soul food. Welcome to the Soul Food Podcast with Bishop Joshua. This is where truth is served. Truth that strengthens your faith and sustains you through real life. Bible-based messages that are practical, relatable, and meet you right where you are.
If you have a physical enemy, you know how to fight. But once the enemy is invisible, only the power of God.
No hype, no gimmicks. Just real spiritual nourishment for everyday living. Streaming now on all major platforms. Come hungry, leave nourished. Because when your faith is fed, it can't be defeated.
Join the conversation. Breaking the silence.
All right, so we're going to take a step back and we're going to reflect in this segment in what I needed to hear when. So we're going to have a few different scenarios and then we're going to give our perspective on what it was that we needed to hear when we were going through a certain situation in our lives. And hopefully what we say might help you. Maybe you're dealing with the same situation right now and you're just kind of feeling lost, not really knowing like where to turn, not knowing what to do. So it'll be an opportunity to hear from us of what we did, what we heard, and how it helped us. All right. So let us get into our first one. ShyTia, can you go ahead with that one?
Yes. So what I needed to hear when I was comparing my life to everyone else's was stop. Because, and I actually realized this recently too, like I remembered it, but it's like when you compare your life to other people, it's like your life has no value or meaning. Like everything that you went through, everything that you did is like, oh, it doesn't mean as much as hers because she's up there and I'm down here. So it's like you're devaluing your, like what you went through, your struggle. And you have to start to ask yourself, like, why am I feeling like this? Why am I looking at her life and thinking like this? Because when you do that, you see that it's not really that important or even that big of a deal that you're not where you want to be or where she's at, but it's something that you're projecting onto yourself. And once you get out of that mind frame, it becomes so much easier for you. And you have so much peace when you don't worry about like where everybody else is or where you're supposed to be versus where you're at.
Yeah, it's so true. What I needed to hear when I was comparing my life to everyone else's, it's basically like their life is not your life. Like what you've gone through, the struggles that you've gone through are not the same that they've gone through. So why are you comparing yourself to somebody else when it's completely and totally different? Just because you find yourself at the same point in life doesn't mean that you have the same path. It doesn't mean that y'all have had the same struggles. So you cannot be comparing yourself to somebody else because it just doesn't make sense, right? The only thing that you should be comparing yourself to is the old version of yourself and the new version of yourself. And then you should only be competing with yourself and comparing yourself to the old version of you, because that is the only comparison that is actually even. Because if you're comparing it to somebody else, I mean, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You haven't even lived the same life.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. Your journey is your own, because that's what I needed to hear. It's your own. You know, no one else's lived that life. You know, no one else had the same emotions, had the same feelings, had the same experiences, even have the same encounter with different people. But sometimes we see, as one of you said, we see like we are almost at the same point and we wanted to take the same steps as the other person, but we don't know how the other person was able to make it through that, you know? So your journey is your own and you're unique because of that, you know? You don't need to compare yourself, and take your time, take your pace. Take it one step at a time, because sometimes we want to run, but we're not equipped at that moment to run as yet. So yeah.
All right, and our next one, Angeli?
Yes, what I needed to hear but didn't believe at the time was, it will pass. Because sometimes when you are going through such a tough time, you're just like, oh my goodness, it's so hard. But one time, one person told me, this is not going to be forever, Yes, you'll have to take this. It's going to be a tough one, but you're just going to have to continue, and it will pass. You're not, of course, as long as you're willing to do something about it, as long as you're not just going to be stuck there. So yeah, it will pass.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have our next one, which is what I needed to hear when I felt like quitting. So what I needed to hear when I felt like quitting was like, quit and do what? Quit and do what? What are you going to do with your life? Like if you quit whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, what are you going to do with your life? Like, where is it going to go from there? The problem is still going to be there. The situation is still going to be there. And then it's like you're giving your power to that situation, to maybe that goal, to that job, to whatever it is that you're thinking about quitting. You're giving your power and you're surrendering yourself to that. No, like, get up and fight. If you need to, like, sit down, take a breath, like, regain your composure, do what you need to do, fine. But quitting is not an option. There's no, like, I give up, I wash my hands of the situation. You're a fighter, you got to fight, and you got to press through, and that's it. There's no quitting.
Yeah, and for me, really quickly, what I needed to hear during that time was that just fight a little longer, because normally in that moment when you want to quit, it's because you're right on the end, like you're right at the edge. You just need to fight a little longer and you're going to overcome the situation. So just fight a little longer and you'll succeed. You'll overcome it.
It's like that image that we've seen of that guy who with the miner. And he's
the
almost there at the
right
diamonds, and then he walks away. And he's like, if you just would have hit it like one more time, you would have made it. That's why you can't quit.
Yeah, and I had like very, very quickly, I saw this one time, and it really like I really got impacted by it when it says, the only difference between a quitter and a winner, overcomer, is they tried one more time. And that really, I didn't realize that was so impactful for me.
Yeah, and our last one, what I needed to hear when I thought I had to have everything figured out was, this is something I always say is, nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. And it's like, no matter how much you hear it, it's like, until you get to that moment where you're just like, you know what? Nobody's perfect. It's like you have to keep hearing it until you believe it, until you figure it out. It's like a light bulb moment where you're just like, it just clicks and you're just like, wait a minute. Why am I trying to stress about this? Why am I trying to figure out everything? Like, I'm going to make mistakes, and when I make the mistakes, I'm going to learn from it so that way next time I go through the situation, I know how to overcome it rather than trying to wait and figure everything out first, because you stay frozen like that. You stay stuck right there, and you don't move on, and you don't succeed where you want to be.
Yeah. So what I thought I had to have when everything figured out was basically the same. Like, just because you make mistakes along your journey doesn't speak to your capability or to speak to who you are. I used to really overthink everything, and I would compare myself to people that were successful and be like, well, they're confident, they're successful, they have it all figured out, this is just not for me. And that's just not the case. Like, we have to be able to press forward and push through in order to be able to achieve things in life.
Yeah. And mine, very quickly, again, is what I need to hear when I thought I had to have everything figured out was, you're not a superwoman. And you're not, because we try to even carry everything and then try to have everything figured out, not only for us, but for other people. But then that's when burnout comes, when you don't even take care of yourself and you try to take care of other people. So, yeah.
Well, that was a very good segment.
Yeah.
I think we gave some good advice. I believe our viewers on the other side were like, oh, thank you. We needed to hear that.
Yes.
It's always good to be able to reflect and to think about what it was that we needed to hear when we were struggling. Because we all struggle in life, but we just got to get back up and we just got to fight. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Feeling seen? Feeling heard? You're right where you belong. Don't go anywhere. More empowering conversations, insightful discussions, and the voices that matter most are coming right up on Breaking the Silence. We're just getting started. Stay with us.
Have you been watching LFN for months and witnessed the transforming power of faith in the many testimonies that we broadcast?
And he repeated himself 3 times and says, your blood work did not detect the cancer that I'm treating you for. And I said, thank you, Lord God Almighty Jesus.
She's healed. The Lord Jesus healed her. Why are you crying here right now?
Joy.
Joy?
Yes.
No more sadness.
Have you wanted to experience that same faith in your own life? Yet perhaps you've hesitated to personally receive those prayers in a universal church. Maybe the reason is an inner fear of revealing the struggles you've been going through, or you fear being judged or misunderstood. Perhaps you worry that you don't even know how to express the needs you have. Don't worry. At the Universal Church, we see the house of God as a safe haven, a place where you're welcome to come just as you are, no matter your religious beliefs, race, social status, or past mistakes. We're here to help and guide you to freedom in the Lord Jesus.
Pay attention. You are not out of options. No. You still have the power of God available for you to heal you.
The time for change is now. And all you need to do is take the first step to visit a universal church near you. Dedicated men and women of faith are ready to help, counsel, and pray for you whenever you come. And the best part is, it's all free. All you have to do is show up and receive what God has to give you with an open heart.
I hope you got a little bit of boredom within this hour of the show.
I hope not.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you need a little bit of boredom in your life. But breaking the silence is not the boredom that you're going to get or the silence that you're going to get. So we're definitely not the show for that.
No.
But we had great conversation.
Yeah.
It was really, really kind of eye-opening. And we need to figure out a way to have systems in our life to avoid so much decision fatigue. Because it is just exhausting to always have to make so many decisions all the time. And it's like random decisions. They say you make 32,000 decisions a day.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I mean, that's way too much.
But you know why we have also that decision fatigue is because we don't rest.
Yeah.
So our brains are constantly, even we try to take a nap or sleep or even close our eyes. When we don't, as ShyTia said, we don't reset or reboot or shut it down, then we're still taking decisions even though we're asleep. You know?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes as soon as my head hits the pillow, my brain just starts going.
Right.
And I'm like, stop! I'm trying to sleep. And it's but you need to do this, you need to do this. Because I've given my brain no time to slow down and digest all the information that I've given it throughout the day, so then it has no other choice than when I lay down to go to sleep.
And that's why it's even though as much as we hate hearing it, it's really important at least an hour before you want to go to bed, put the phones down.
Yeah.
I know.
How many wind down,
turn off the TV and just give yourself that time to really wind down, relax, because then your brain will start to slow down. And by the time it's time for you to go to sleep, it's you have a restful sleep rather than tossing and turning and your mind still running all throughout the night.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, life has changed a lot. Is there anything that y'all really miss from the slower moments of life, the times where things were just a lot simpler?
I think bonding. Really having that human connection, bonding with people, because it's again, you get to know them more in those moments when they are bored, rather than it's okay, now let me just scroll through my phone. I'm done talking to you. I don't know what to say, so I'm gonna just scroll, and then it's kind of that awkwardness around each other.
Yeah. Even now, if you see in restaurants or families when they have dinner, they always have a phone. Okay, let me text you what I need to say. So it's
They got the menus on the phones now, so it's you're just always going to be on your phone. I think we also miss the art of conversation. I think so many people have lost the art of conversation, just conversating with somebody and keeping the conversation going instead of it just being a very short, to the point conversation. But if you're on Breaking the Silence, we don't have short conversations.
No.
We love to dive into people's stories, so you can go ahead and scan that QR code so that you can be a viewer joiner of the show. We would love to dive into your story, into your business, into everything that you do. So send us your information there on our Instagram page. We would love to have you join us here on the show. So, ladies, the show is ending.
Yes.
But let us remind our viewers, make sure you take at least 15 minutes a day to be bored. Be bored for 15 minutes, and it will help you to sleep. It will help you with your decision fatigue. It will help you in so many different areas. And it's just 15 minutes. Girl, you can do 15 minutes.
Yes.
Don't quit. Just give yourself 15 minutes of boredom, all right? We're not going to take a break. We are going to go home.
Yes.
That's where we're going.
We're going to say
We're going to
bye.
go home.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.